Everybody, we are back. It is Taped on Launch, favorite Raiders podcast, favorite Raiders channel, favorite Raiders everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it, the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it, leave a comment if you don't like it. Also, follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at mholder95 for Matt, and of course, pandasubs.com, discount code TDL for 25% off. All right, Matt. We are back, and we're kind of wrapping up these guys. We only got Darian Porter left after this. Really, we already did Darian Porter, so I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do after this. Man. We got this conversation because I don't know. I think we're done, man. I mean, this is basically it, right? I mean,
pretty much. Yeah, this is the last draft pick we have. I mean, again, we could do Darian Porter again. I could recycle some of those clips. I have no problem breaking down his game again. I don't know. Maybe dive into a few other games or something like that of him, but yeah, I think, maybe moving on to the undrafted guys, which I know we usually pick like a handful of them to kind of look into over once we get into the summer. But I don't know we got through it. We got through it faster than I thought we would with the 11 picks. But I guess having two of them done beforehand would kind of obviously help. But here we are.
Yeah. I think last time, because especially last year, we didn't do any of those guys. We didn't think that we'd get any of them, like Brock Bowers, Jackson Powers.
Yeah.
DJ Glaze.
We thought we were going to be like off the board or whatever, and or not an option. I remember it's funny. I remember writing like I don't like there's like it would be very shocking if the Raiders draft the tight end, and lo and behold, first night, Tom Telesco shocked us. Great pick. Just didn't see it coming.
No, I didn't. Yeah, we were all expecting Fuaga, man. If they drafted Fuaga last year, then it would be different for us. But they gave us a new chance to kind of just have some brand new guys. But today I'm doing Ashton Jeanty, just his missed tackles. Just I went over his game against UNLV the first time because he didn't run that well against them, and then he ran well, but he had 3.9 yards per carry. San Diego State, he only had 4.8. And then a little bit of Penn State in there. And then we're doing Tommy Mellott, the Mr. Swiss Army knife over here, is going to be doing that. Matt's going to be doing him as well. Any other Raider news, Matt? I don't think there's any.
The only big thing was like Jalen Smith trying out for the team and then making it over Amari Burney, which I tweeted out, but like a week ago, you could have told me Amari Burney was going to start week 1, and I wouldn't have argued against you. Now that's not to say that like I'm trying to pound the table and sit here saying, "Oh, Bernie should have not cut." That just more speaks to the volatility, if you will, at linebacker, and how every guy on the roster, every linebacker on the roster, has just such a wide range of outcomes. We talked about it with Lindenberg. Like, there's a world where Cody Lindenberg has a 7th round pick and the 11th pick of the draft class doesn't make the roster. There's also a world where he starts week 1, and I think that kind of like the Bernie getting cut. Like, I thought Bernie was one of the benefactors from the Raiders not going harder at linebacker in the draft, and then to see him like end up getting the axe before OTAs, not even training camp start. That was a little surprising. Not that it was like, again, not that I'm trying to pound the table for him, just it was like, oh man, that guy I thought might have had a chance to at least be a contributor this year. And at the end of last season, like he was getting snaps over Tommy Eichenberg and I'm drawing a blank on Amari Gaynor. There we go. Finally came to me. So at the end of the season, when both those dudes were healthy, so yeah, a little surprising, but again, given how the linebacker room is, and there's just such a wide range of outcomes for every guy on it, not surprising at the same time. Like you could tell me that any of those dudes could start, and any of those dudes could be looking for a job next week, as we found out it can happen quickly, and then. I don't know. I guess Jalen Smith's knee's looking pretty good at this stage, but that was kind of funny too that he's getting his like second chance with the Raiders in the last like 2 years after playing like 10 snaps. What was it in 2023? Yeah, played on like 4 or 5 teams or something like that, something crazy like that. So, yeah.
All right. I was trying to look at these guys' weights because a fan told me that the reason they got rid of Amari Burney because he was under 235 pounds, but Eichenberg is 233. So man, Yeah, Gainer's 236. I'm just looking at this. I was super interested in how picky he is with this type of
Bernie. Stuff. I think Bernie obviously could change from 2 years ago, but I think Bernie at the combine was under 230. I think he was like just under it because I thought the same thing. Or said something about that, like that Pete Carroll only takes linebackers above like 230, and then I saw him like, oh, okay, maybe it's a little bit more sense. He missed he didn't make the cut at weigh-ins, I guess was at the end of the day.
Maybe because I mean he at the combine he's 233, so maybe Eichenberg's like 240 right now. You know what I mean? We don't know how big they are right now. The kid the weigh-ins, Bernie hit that 227. They're like, ooh.
The combine weights are always so funny to me because like you can get such a wide range of like different weights. Like some dudes are gonna try to like slim down to run faster or like look less like pudgy, and other dudes are trying to go the other direction, look bigger.
Yeah.
I mean it's crazy. I mean, a good example for you too of how crazy that stuff can be is, what was it? Shamar Stewart at the Senior Bowl was like 280, if I remember correctly, something like that. And then he came to the combine, which was a month later at like 256 or something like that, 255, 265, something like that. I'm like, how do you lose 15 to 25 pounds in a month? I mean,
wow,
it's crazy good genetics and being a freak athlete helps, but that just goes to show again. Yeah,
he went to work.
Yeah, he was trying to get that 4.5 every tenth of a second on that.
Does he go back up to 280 though? Because that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's what
this is a side conversation. My bad, but this is a side conversation because if he's 280 on film and he's 250 now, wouldn't you rather him be 255? How he plays with his athleticism? That's weird. Because if he goes back to 280, and he might because this is natural weight, he's not going to be as good as he's going to be the guy in college. I mean, that's weird. I don't know. That's weird. I don't think
he's an interesting projection to get on a bit of a tangent, but yeah, I mean, the moral of the story here is the combine weights can be funky, so can't put too much weight in it. But
he lost 20. That's like, didn't Thule do that too? Thule did the same thing, did he?
That was a little bit different. USC listed him at like 290, and he came in at like 265. Yeah, like
yeah. That's true. So that
was just straight pure lying by USC.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Yeah. I mean, Jalen Smith. I mean, he hasn't played a year, so now that linebacker room is who? So it's Lindenberg, Smith, Devin White, Elandon Roberts, Tommy Eichenberg, I think Gaynor, and Muaga. Is he still there? Right?
No, he's not on the team anymore. He got cut. Yeah. Yeah. You're talking about the dude from USC that plays special teams, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's really going to be Devin White and Elandon Roberts. Every time I look at this, it's Devin White and Elandon Roberts, man. That's what we're rolling with. I mean, we could try to lie to ourselves and be like, hey, maybe Eichenberg gets over maybe Gaynor. Gaynor has a shot because he's athletic as hell, and he can cover, right? Maybe Gaynor. But that's what we're looking at right now. I mean, unless Devin White just looks awful in preseason, he's just absolutely just terrible. But we'll know if he plays a lot. We'll know basically with Devin White. That's gonna be the key with him. If he's out there and he does like a snap and he's out the game, and we're never seeing Amari Gaynor and all these other young guys in there, I'm gonna be like, oh man.
Yeah, they're like penciling him in as a starter. Yeah. I mean, I'll say this very clearly. Spytech thinks pretty highly of him. I mean, he's part of the regime in Tampa Bay that drafted him, and obviously to re-sign him when in this past offseason. Then again, Spytech's not on the coaching staff, and those are the guys who usually make those final roster decisions, or at least part of it. Definitely set the depth chart. So, yeah, I don't know. Linebacker again. Every guy on the roster right now, including the undrafted free agents, you could tell me, yeah, that guy might start because. I mean, it's filled with role players at this stage. Like Roberts, we talked about, is a 1 to 2 down player, was a role player in Pittsburgh. Devin White is like an off-ball blitzer, I guess. I don't know. And then, I mean, Eichenberg's a run defender.
Yeah.
And let's see. Gaynor. The crazy thing is Gaynor, you could be the complete player because Gaynor had some decent reps taken on blocks in the preseason last year. But again, that's preseason, so. Take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, it's an interesting group, that's for sure.
Yeah, I remember Eunice, a fan on Twitter, hit me up and asked me if like, is that how Carroll drafts all the time? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, I don't know if I like that. Well, you better get used to it because he was like, "There's no." It's just funny to me, like you can't draft any linebackers. It is really because you had Kobe King and Lindenberg left after the 5th round, basically after the 4th round, 5th round. It was Lindenberg or Kobe King. That's all you had left, and he didn't budge. He drafted Lindenberg. I was like, "Wow, you." That's what we're dealing with, man. But I mean, you can see how this goes. I am worried about the position. That's the position I'm worried about. It feels like they're going to be like week 4 trying to scramble and find some guy. KJ Wright might come out of retirement or something stupid. I don't know.
He's coaching the Niners. He's coaching right now. I think he was on the Niners staff last year at least.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just it's at that point, right? It's like, damn, man, why don't you just get Bobby Wagner? He was a free agent. If we're gonna do this.
Did he actually hit free agency though? I feel like he might have signed like a day before or something like that, or shortly after. Like it seemed like he was not leaving Washington. He wanted to stay with might be true.
I mean, I'm just saying he could.
Because I would think, I mean, the Raiders would have been all over him.
Yeah.
He actually hit the open market.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if we're gonna do this, I mean, let's just bring in Bobby Wagner. Why not? At least know Bobby Wagner will play the run. He can't. He's not Mr. Turn and run with the slot receiver anymore. But man, can he play the run? That's something he will be doing till he's 40. So that is not slowed down at all. Like, it's crazy. He still might be one of the best running linebackers in the league right now. So yeah.
Give me one second. My dog's about to go crazy.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Sorry. He does not like the Amazon guy, and they came to deliver a package.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay. All right, we're good now.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing Tommy Mellott and Ashton Jeanty. So I mean, we talked to Ashton Jeanty so much. Tell us a little about Tommy Mellott and his film.
Yeah. So full disclosure, don't have a ton of clips for you, as you probably could imagine. One, because Melott's coming from an FCS school, and that tape's not exactly easy to track down. And then on top of it, too, he's switching positions and not even playing running back at the time, listed as a wide receiver, which I think he might have 1 catch, 2 catches in his career, maybe 5 tops on some trick plays. So kind of what's showing a little bit of what maybe the front office is seeing. Like, I'm not going to show any clips of him throwing the ball because, to be quite honest, it wasn't very impressive. He's definitely, to me, he looked like an athlete who could throw the ball and not necessarily a quarterback who can run. But I tell you what, he is pretty damn impressive athletically. He can make guys miss. Like, one of the plays I'm going to show is actually a sack, but he makes 3 dudes miss in the process before eventually going down. And I think as a runner, I think you pointed this out too. Like, he's got some pretty impressive vision, and he like sets up blocks well. And then on top of it, he's got like sub 4.4 speed, and he can break away from some people too. So definitely a really good athlete and a unique weapon. But again, for a show like this, there's a reason why we went with him last. He's not exactly an easy guy to really show what he can do. But we will dive into is a little bit of again, his movement skills and what he can do with the ball in his hands, because he is pretty damn impressive. I mean, a couple reps too, like where he just straight up improvises and ends up scoring. So definitely, like I said, a very, very good athlete. Makes me question how he ended up at Montana State. I know he's from Montana, but didn't go to the biggest high school in the world. But I mean, sub 4.4 and the way he moves and all that stuff. I think he had a 41-inch vertical too at Montana State's pro day. Like, that doesn't make sense why that guy didn't have a bigger offer, end up going to a bigger school.
All right, so I got a couple questions for you. So, what games did you watch? Which games did you watch? A lot.
Eastern Washington and New Mexico.
Okay, yeah. Which game did you watch first?
New Mexico.
Okay, yeah, that's why you think he can't throw, because I watched him play against some FCS school. I forgot which school it was, and he was just throwing that ball, and he was anticipating doing all these things, and I was like, wow, like maybe he can't play quarterback. And then I watched New Mexico, and I was like, oh no, he can't. So
the one thing I will say, and I should disclose that too, like It looked like didn't look up the weather. I didn't care that much, but like from the film, like it looked like it was a windy ass day in New Mexico, and I think that led to it. The thing that bugged me though is like you talked about him throwing with anticipation. Like when I was watching him, I'm like he didn't in that New Mexico game at least didn't throw with any anticipation. So that's where I was kind of like where I got turned off. And I watched New Mexico first, and then Eastern Washington. Like I can't tell you I really paid, or I can't tell you a throw that really necessarily sticks in my mind. It was just that game, but yeah, probably should have paid a little bit more attention. But again, he's not expected to play quarterback.
Yeah, it's because New Mexico, he was not good, which kind of showed me, I'm like, oh, you play New Mexico and you're not a good thrower. That means kind of showed. It was like, I get it now. But it was just funny because the first game I watched, I was like, well, maybe he could play quarterback in preseason. And then I watched New Mexico. I was like, no. But yeah, he's a football player. That's what I would say when I see him. I don't know. I feel like he should play right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to receiver.
I mean, again, we'll look at a few clips where he sets guys up and has good vision to find the lane. So I think that's on the table. And I don't think, again, they list him at wide receiver because you got to give a guy some position. But they even said, like, when he was after he was drafted, like, don't pigeonhole him into one role, basically. Like, we see him just doing so many different things. And on top of everything we talked about offensively, they also like him on special teams. And I've heard, I think they talked about it too, like the special teams coach was a big part of why they got drafted. He loved them and was even like downplaying him to other guys so that they could have a chance at drafting him in the 6th round. So they obviously think pretty highly of him, especially even for a 6th round pick. And again, the athleticism that he put his on tape and put out there on his pro day, it's hard to argue with.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like maybe he should play running back, and then you kind of move him around and kind of do things like that. But I don't know. Wide receiver just it seems like it's gonna be a while. He had to be like Julian Edelman type of thing. I don't know if he can catch. You know what I mean? That's this kind of scary. But at the pro day, maybe he showed that he could. I don't know. But it's gonna be interesting. We're just be interesting with him. So Ashton Jeanty, I kind of just focused on like his worst games. Really. I mean, if you look at his stats, they really don't exist because he just had so many carries. I didn't realize how many carries he was until I started looking at these stats. So I was like, God damn, it was like 33 a game. Like against Oregon State, he had 37. I'm like, good Lord. Yeah. They like ran him into the ground, basically. And that's how I got the all those yards. 175 carries. And I just realized that when I was going over some of these games, because like some of them he still had over 100 yards, like UNLV. I could show some runs for that, but he had 33 carries for 128, so it was 3.9, right? They just kept putting the ball. And then it was the other one was San Diego State, which he had 31 carries for 149, so it was 4.8. So I just think his offensive line wasn't that good overall when you kind of could see it. I know I see this discussion on Twitter whether his offensive line is good. I don't think it was, just because it's these games where teams were just putting 9 people in the box like Penn State did. Penn State literally had 9 in the box the whole game. They 9, Matt. It wasn't 8, 9.
Oh yeah, I remember watching it live.
They were like, "You are not going to beat us," and in that game he had 16 broken tackles. Okay, in the other game it showed San Diego State he had 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it, but that kind of just shows. That's what I want to show today is like how much his contact balance, how hard he is to bring down. And I think this could not like when I was nitpicking. People like I was talking about where you take if you should take him at 6. That's what I was talking about when I was kind of nitpicking a little bit. But yeah he's gonna be tough to tackle.
I mean, you guys know I felt the same way about him at 6, but let me put it this way: as far as the offensive line, how many offensive linemen did he have get drafted that he played with? I don't think a single one, right?
No.
And let's be honest, and when you were blocking for a guy that's on a historic run that's threatening an FBS record, you're going to get plenty of looks, and you're going to get attention just based off that. And you might even get, if you're anywhere halfway decent of a player, you might even get like a team to take a flyer on you if you're a decent offensive lineman. And again, none of those dudes got picked. I'm pretty sure. I feel pretty confident. And watching him on tape, like they weren't good. They were like he might have ran for 3,000 yards if he went hit the transfer portal this past year and played at a Power 5 school or something like that. Like,
yeah, especially with all the carries that he got.
Yeah.
A lot of it was they just kept giving the damn ball. They kept giving him the ball, and
Very true.
They didn't pass that much. That's why when you do like Caddy's cut-ups, his games are still 43 minutes long. Like, God, and it's like it's 30 minutes of carries. It's he just got the ball so much, and then I put a little bit of the passing game in there at the end, but just mostly just looking at his broken tackles here. So that's what we're doing today. Let's just start off with Tommy though.
Sounds good. All right, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so we're going to start off, and I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge that the result of both of these first two plays aren't exactly impressive, but these are a couple of clips where you kind of got to pay more attention to the process than the actual result, because this is only going to be a 1 yard gain, but this is going to be a damn impressive 1 yard gain. Get a little read option here. I mean, this is what I'm talking about too with his ability to like make guys miss. Like, one thing that I like that he does really well is he attacks like defenders, and then he like last minute jump cuts or dead legs to get back outside. Like, you're gonna see him do it here and make that dude miss and win around the edge. And on top of it too, like, he's got a nice little spin move where I guess technically he doesn't make this guy or force a missed tackle here, but I mean, this is a miss in my book.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Like this should be a TFL, and he spins to just get a friggin' yard. So again, this is kind of what I'm talking about where like, okay, yeah, we look at the stat sheet or we look at the box score and it's a 1 yard gain, but he made two dudes miss on the way down, on the way to do it.
Yeah.
So again, just kind of outrunning on the edge. Now I will say more athletic defenders in the NFL will probably make this tackle, but this is the kind of stuff you like to see from a guy that is an athletic freak who's going to be changing positions in the NFL. Again, this is the sack I was talking about.
Yeah.
I never thought in my life I'd hype up a sack, but hey, you got pressure in your face right away. You're going to spin out of that one.
Yeah.
Try and find some green grass. Again, same kind of thing that I was just talking about. Press the field, dead leg up, and make that guy miss. Another spin move to make someone else miss. And then finally the fourth guy can be able to bring him down. So again, yes, it's a sack, but whoop.
Yeah, break a tackle.
Make that guy miss. Like, you can just see like the change of direction, like how impressive he is, how he can go from one spot to the other. Like,
yeah.
So shifty.
Yeah, so that's why I want to see my running back. Just want to see it.
It would be interesting. I mean, play like this too, like same kind of thing. Like, just makes a guy miss in the backfield. Again, facing immediate pressure. Looks like a little read option here. Might have read this wrong. Also, just kind of a good play by this defensive end to just attack the mesh point. But still, I mean, doesn't even have momentum at this stage. Puts one move on him, gets to the corner. You see a little bit of the speed there too to win around the edge and go up and pick up that third down conversion. 45. I do love 45. Just like, shit, giving up. Not gonna lay out or anything. He got the first down. He beat me around the edge.
Yeah.
What I like about this play too is like you can see like it starts with a bad snap that he barely is able to hold on to, and like if you look at this, like what Montana State's trying to set up here is they're trying to do like it's basically a extended version of a triple option with an RPO. Like they're going to try and run the read option here where he's reading the defensive end on the line of scrimmage, and if he stays put, he'll hand it to him, and if not, then he'll like roll out, and I'm assuming trying to hit this little out here on the RPO. But again, with the bad snap, that's high into his right and a little hot. Doesn't even get the mesh point. Like you can see the running back, like that wasn't supposed to happen, and gonna end up telling the running back to turn into a lead blocker, and then from there, kind of run around the edge and just tightrope the sideline to be able to score. So a play that should have been disastrous and could have been a big turnover ends up being a touchdown for the offense just because the dude just makes plays. Sorry, the camera angle. This is what we're talking about with the wind.
There you go.
Yeah. Great body control here on the sideline. Tightrope.
Yes.
Made it in.
Impressive. I remember watching this game live. I was like, then when I put this tape on, I was like, oh, it's this guy.
Yeah, this is an athletic dude making everybody miss.
Yeah.
Next one, another little RPO here. It looks like little QB RPO, QB draw, if you will. Basically just quarterback power. But what I like about this play is like you're going to see him, and this is what I'm talking about with him having the running back skills, and what you were mentioning too is like he's going to press downhill, and that's going to get this linebacker to step downhill. So he's setting him up, and then just kind of bounces it outside. And on top of it, what I like too is he recognizes when he gets his eyes outside, it's like this defensive back is unblocked and going to be able to make a play on me. So instead of working outside and running myself into pressure, he cuts it up the field and kind of gets what he can. Yeah. And ends up picking up about 5 yards. See it here from the end zone. Again, see how he sets up that linebacker.
Yeah.
Gonna press this crease right here, which is where the play is designed to hit. But with the unblocked defender in there, now we got to bounce it, and then we cut up the field too when we start to feel more pressure from the side. Yeah, get what you can.
That's why I said. Yeah. That's why I think he can play running back.
For sure. I can see it. See a similar one on this one. Again, another little read option here that he ends up keeping. What I like too is like this same thing, like going to press downhill and get this safety to buzz his feet. We'll see it a little bit better from the end zone view. And what that does is that helps open up this outside lane. So when he bounces it right there, now he can go pick up the first down instead of just like if he were to just kind of keep running, this guy can keep pursuing and then be able to make that tackle. What he does, he forces that safety to honor the cutback lane and creates a little crease for himself, especially with this corner playing on the outside of the numbers against the wide receiver.
Yeah.
So what could be setting up a third medium, which would be a fine gain, ends up being a first down because he just does has like subtle things in his runs to set guys up. Similar type of thing here. This one you can see a little bit of the burst once he breaks through to the second level.
Yeah.
But again, like little I guess quarterback YY counter here, if you will. Again, with the read option built into it. But same type of thing. He like sets this block up well, especially with Eastern Washington being in man coverage here. Like this safety's the slot corner is gonna pursue from the other side of the field. So what he does a good job of is again press up the field a little bit here. Like you'll see him kind of stay on his downhill path, and that gets this guy to work underneath the block, and then boom, just bounce it outside, and that little burst there at the end to make it really hurt, which we'll see a better example of that in just a few.
A little arc read there.
Yeah, for sure. Again, basically the same thing here. Again, hopefully you can see the athleticism too. This one obviously goes untouched for about 20 yards, so not quite as impressive, but you see the same like path that I'm talking about, right? Where he's just going downhill and then just setting up his blocks perfectly. Like at first he's going to start coming downhill here, which sets up this block by the slot receiver. And then same kind of thing, right? Press it this way, set up that block from his outside receiver, and then get outside, tack on about 5 more yards. And on top of it too, like just his easy acceleration to get to top speed is pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, he's fast as that. I mean,
yeah. We'll see it again. I think it's his next play. We'll see it, but he was way too fast for these FCS dudes. Yep, this is the one. Yeah. I'm just gonna let this go.
Oh, I mean, like he's taking his houses. I'm like, he's housing this.
Again, 4.39, and you can see it on this one. I mean, I just love it because like you could tell me right here, like he's not in a great favorable position.
Yeah. And
all of a sudden he just turns the corner, and again, probably going to get tackled here with normal speed. I mean, we got 2 guys converging on him. And this guy, I mean, he's got a good angle. Like this can't see the number obviously, but this defender has a pretty good angle on him. Nope.
No.
Barely gets a hand on him.
He doesn't even touch him.
And then the corner over here too, like again, corner, I got to imagine this dude's got some sort of speed and just nope. Doesn't even get a hand on him. And then on top of it too, we got the safety or the other corner from the other side of the field who like this is a good angle. This is a decent angle to make a touchdown saving tackle. Problem is, he didn't have the 4.39 speed.
No,
so.
That because I literally thought he was about to be tackled. I was like, oh, he's about to house this. I'm like, oh no, he's not. Oh, he still is.
Yeah, he's still running.
He's still running. It looks crazy from that angle.
Yeah, it really, like, the burst too, like the fact too, like, one, again, gets the top speed pretty easily, and like two, like he gets, like, this corner does get a hand on him, but he barely breaks stride. It just keeps going and doesn't slow down until the very end. Yeah. So again, obviously not the easiest guy to show with what we got, and not obviously have no wide receiver clips for him, but it's a dynamic player with the ball in his hands. Can make guys miss. I think he forced like 35 missed tackles, which is pretty damn good for a quarterback. And on top of it too, the breakaway speed to basically score whenever he touches the ball is there for sure. I don't know how many breakaway runs he had, but I mean, we saw in that one game against Eastern Washington, 2-3 20+ yard runs where he just turns on the burners and starts running away from guys. So yeah, definitely an intriguing guy. And I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch in the preseason. That's for sure. I'm just curious how he makes the switch to wide out, and then two, what's the plan for using him? Because I am kind of excited to see what Chip Kelly could do. Part of me wonders if he hit, like, just going back to the Oregon days. I'm like, does he see like a little DeAnthony Thomas type of role in him, where like DeAnthony was like that wide receiver and that like jet sweep running back, if you will, like that did a lot of the outside runs, and I could see that type of role for him. If you remember those, what was that? Early 2010s, excuse me, those Oregon teams where DeAnthony Thomas would take jet sweeps and then ends around to the house. I think you could see like a similar type of vision with Tommy Mellott.
Okay. I was trying to see if he did well at the mini camp. Everybody talked about his performance there, like at wide receiver. I was interested to see because he just looks like a running back. I feel like that's a wide receiver feels like more of a project, than I could just maybe put him as Dylan Lobby. He's like, he basically looks like a better version of Dylan Lobby at this point. You know what I mean? Like, Dylan Lobby did not run a 4.39 or have that vertical or that explosiveness. And, you know what I mean? I mean, I know Lobby didn't dominate like as a running back either, right? So it was kind of that thing where Lobby was supposed to be like a pass catching guy, and then he can't even get on the field. And then I think Malot could be that type of running back where you could do some more things with him, right? Like you could even go wildcat, right? Basically, right? I mean, you get the red zone, you go wildcat, and he could throw good enough where you could do that, right? I mean, like it basically becomes Darren McFadden at that point, right? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you bring up Lobby, and the one thing that like kind of like rang in my head that could be an issue with Malott is I think he did have like fumbling problems at Montana State. Like I know he fumbled in one of the games I watched. I think he had quite a few this past season. Now it's a little bit different too when you're a quarterback and the ball is a little bit more vulnerable, but that would be something to keep an eye on, especially with a guy that's not going to be used to taking hits as frequently as he's about to. How's that ball security and can he stay on the field because of that? Because that was basically, I mean, that was a big part of what did Dylan Lobby. Because if I remember, he fumbled in the preseason. I think didn't he fumble his one carry or something like that during the regular season? Yeah,
his first career carry.
For
a touchdown.
The one they got, something like that. Yeah, tough one.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some Ashton Jeanty. All right, so Ashton Jeanty MTF. That's what we're looking at, the missed tackles force here. Basically, see what he was looking like in these games. So, start with a little split zone. Looks like right here. What is it? Oh, that's a tight end. That's a tackle. That's split zone with a tackle. Or is that
I think it's power.
Power, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This one's funny to me. All right, but what you see on this one, right? It's a great block by 77, and then you see him get a little bit of a jump cut there. That's what I mean when I was talking about with the jump cuts. It's just not as explosive as maybe you want a jump cut. It's a good jump cut, but it's just not the most explosive jump cut in the world. But what was funny is him just jumping over this guy here, right? Boom, and then he's gonna just break, just stiff arm 21. And then if this was that I can't really see his number, but number 0, if he doesn't hold into his leg, I don't know what happens on this play, to be honest. It's just what he does to 21 before he gets, look at 21's hanging on for his life. Yeah, that was pretty impressive run. San Diego State played them pretty damn well. Yeah. All right, so put a little route in here on this one. Kind of like he doesn't get the ball here, but I think he does want to throw him the football. But what I will say on this route is this defensive end here. He has full outside leverage, right? I mean, he's giving him the full inside. I don't know if this is a choice route, because if it is, you probably want Jeanty to come inside, but I don't think it was. But Jeanty does do a good job of getting back outside right there. I mean, he's still a little bit covered, but I still like the movement here. Kind of see it's not that it's pretty good route here. I mean, against the average linebacker, that should work. That's not playing like if he's playing this straight up. I mean, it's like I said, this guy's doing straight outside leverage. So, all right, next run here. What I like about this one here. Let me get some words on this one. Zone run here. Right there. Basically, you know, what I like about this one is the vision, right? So you get upfield, right? It kind of really set it up, in my opinion. I think he's able to hold these blocks here. You see, I mean, this is some good blocking here by the offensive line. He's 77, has a good block there, 66. He's kind of able to see to hold this linebacker up here. You kind of can see it. He gets his eyes right there on that linebacker. Just holds him just enough, and then he makes that cut upfield. And he's just so hard to take down. He doesn't even go down very easily. So I really like this one right here, but boom. I like that. All right, next one here. Now we're getting a little split zone here.
Yeah.
All right. And like I said, this isn't I'm not going over like his biggest runs here, guys. So, but what I like about this one is, you know, he sees 99 is, you know, he's breaking through here. He just totally beat 77, right? And then it looks like this other tight end, he can't get up to the linebacker here, right? So this play's kind of just blown dead. And it is, you know, Jeanty and 44 here. And they're matched up. Jeanty just gives it all. And I mean, 44 gets low here. He look at he that's some good form. That's some good tackle.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oklahoma drill right there, dog. Seriously. Oh.
I mean, that's contact balance and like the like wherewithal to just know when the play's dead and get what you can.
Yeah, man. And that's why I wanted to show a lot of these runs, because in the NFL, we're gonna need some, you know, 28 carries, 4 yards a carry. That's not gonna hurt you in the NFL. You know what I mean? It's not like college football.
Yeah.
All right. I love this run is because he didn't catch the toss and he still breaks 2 tackles. So he mishandles the toss, right? Oh, the ball's in the air, but he catches it here and then makes that guy miss. Why he's catching the ball. And then he stiff arms this guy, and he just never goes down here until the end.
Yeah.
So I mean, this play's not even really about anything, because this is all just film. I mean, this is a great block by that tight end right there, but he kind of trips over that guy. But see, there's a good stiff arm right there. Oof. Yeah,
even his bad plays are highlights.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is what, like a 6 yard, 5 yard run. So yeah, maybe 6. Yeah, about 7. But that's what I'm saying. He turned it into 7.
Yeah. 7 yard run with like 10 yards after contact.
Yeah. He had 20 missed tackles in that game. It's crazy. All right, 33. I mean, when you get the full tape, 33, he never got any run. I feel bad for him. I don't know if he's a starter next year. He's just He's ready to party in Boise after the games. Say that. All right, so get a little counter on this one. Looks like with the fullback there. And really nothing is, I mean, Penn State is blowing this up. Like I said, they have what? How many? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, it's 8 today. There might be another guy over there probably. But like he fumbles here, which is the bad part of this. But him just turning this into a decent run here. I mean, like if you just look at this right here, like there's no way he gets how many yards he gets, but he breaks that tackle. Kind of, you can talk about maybe his speed, in my opinion, but you can see him kind of just outrun 13. 13 makes him miss that way, and then you got the one tries to take him out by the legs, which they've been probably practicing for 2 weeks. Penn State probably practiced this roll tackle for all week. Still didn't work. You can see his contact balance right there. Look at that. Yeah. It's impressive. I think they kind of, I mean, it ends up being a bad play, but I mean, it is what it is.
Did he lose?
Yeah, he lost it in the air. The guy caught it. He got his feet down. Look at that.
Oh, I don't remember that. I was gonna say, did he? Did he fumble it? Because I couldn't see the ball after. I couldn't see the ball land. I didn't realize Six caught it. Damn.
All right, another one here against Penn State. Some more counter here. And I just love him in gap runs. I think he's just a natural, just a patience in a way he can change speeds. Like he's not running as fast as he can here. What I really like, he's not running as fast as he can, but he's still able to keep his contact balance and just turn. Maybe kind of see everybody, especially 88. He's kind of getting blown up here a little bit. And they really don't have a good blocking downfield, but he's still able to kind of get some extra yards here. And it was a wimpy block by 88, man. I'm telling you, his line was just, especially against Penn State, man. It was embarrassing. They got their butts kicked. All right. Here's another one here against Penn State. So, I mean, there's absolutely nothing here on this one, right? I mean, no, he's good. No. That's what, you know what I mean? Like, he fumbles again. I mean, he fumbled again, right? It really was him doing a lot, really doing way too much in this game. They got it back that time. But man, kind of that, one pack power run here. It's just you're breaking that tackle. There's something back inside there. This is how you break 16 tackles in a game. But him playing so hard, like literally, Matt, at the end of this game, because I did this whole game for the members, at the end of the game, he was like dead. It was crazy.
Yeah, I can kind of remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Matt? Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's always funny to me when like people try and use that, like the Penn State game against him. I'm like, yeah, the 2 fumbles were bad, but like you said, like he was literally facing contact in the backfield almost every carry.
Yeah, it was crazy. And this is the balance I love from him, right? Not balance and patience, I mean, on this one. So you can see just doesn't accelerate, right? I mean, he's just so patient, just waiting for this to open up. Set it, he knows this please us the guard is coming here. There's a tight end again. But tight end, he sets that up right. And what he does to 58 as well is he holds him with his eyes. Well, you could kind of see it. See him just kind of hold him with the eyes, make him think he's going to go outside here and allow that block to develop. And then he comes back inside. And then like he accelerates, but it's still like at a pace where he can still break tackles. Like I feel like he actually can hit a faster speed when I watch him. And I realize a lot of times when he's running, it's like he is pacing himself, right? Boom, he's breaking that tackle. And he's breaking that one. He just runs. He didn't even have to do this tonight. I don't know why he did this to him. He could have went out there. This is him being mean. That's just being mean, bro. You're just being mean with that one. That was just
Just had to get an extra MTF.
I don't like why he might have scored if he went outside, but he had to run through 9. I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Run through his face.
Yeah.
So that's why he reminds me of Marshawn so much. It's just shit like that. All right. And then see, this is a great run on this one too. So these are his bad games, guys. Basically, another counter run, and this one shows the pace and acceleration perfectly, right? Because he literally sets all these guys up. So you can see 42, right? He's gonna come. He's coming this way because where's his eyes going? He believes that Jeanty's going this way, so he's still moving laterally to his right, right, and then he's about to cut back left here though, and just that's what I mean. Like he might be faster than we actually are giving him credit for, because kind of just he's standing still here, right? I mean, he just kind of bursts right there and it turns into 15.
Yeah, I mean, it speaks to the patience of what you're talking about earlier. Like he's never in a hurry, which is good.
Yeah,
when you're setting up blocks.
All right. V here. And this is what I mean. Like, you could watch this, right? And be like, okay, man, he's not that fast. But it's all about his pacing, right? Like, I really feel like if he gets to the second level, that he's going to have a big run there. So you see this more power here. And he waits for 66 to get that block. And then he gets upfield there. And of course, maybe if 85 makes that block too, It's good tackle, though. Good tackle, number one. Good tackle. But, and it's the acceleration I really like. I really like it here. And this one, what I like about this one too is that this play's blown up from the beginning, as you could see.
Yeah,
93 just destroys 60. He just destroys everybody here. So this play is completely dead. But what I like about it is how he still got 3 yards out of it. Right.
Yeah.
And you can see a little bit of the jump cut there, right there. Kind of just get upfield here. And don't get cute with it, right? Just get some damn yards. That's what I like about that one. He still breaks the tackle. That's what I'm talking about. Still broke a tackle here. I do didn't tackle him. If 93 doesn't come from behind him. Yeah. All right. Here's another run here. And this play was dead here, right? 93 is destroying 66. Like, this play is completely dead. All right, read a little zone here. You would think that he is going to go down here. Like, he's going to go down. No, he just runs right by that guy. And then he breaks the tackle there, breaks that one, basically, almost. I mean, this is so close for him to almost score it, but he can't keep his balance there. But this is what I mean by the pacing, right? Boom, big jump. Then you accelerate. Then you can see it right there. And he's just so hard to take down. I think he should put on 24. That's what I think she should. But all right. So this is another run I really liked here. Little split zone there. And then what I like about this one is how he sets up for, I'm telling you, like, this is my favorite things about these runs, is how he makes 4 believe that he's coming right at him. And so I'm talking about the kind of the pace and acceleration. Thinks, no, I'm not coming right at you. And then I'm gonna make you miss. You're gonna miss this tackle right there.
So shifty.
Also, Matt, who's 91? Who's that?
For Penn State?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Well, what position is it?
He's DT. He destroyed 66. You think 93 was? My God. All right. Couple more runs here, and then I get some pass plays. Here you go, San Diego State again. This was outside zone here. See, like 78 just completely. I mean, they're just not good blocking in my opinion. But what I like is, I mean, he's coming right here, right at this linebacker, I believe, and he just it just didn't matter. Just didn't matter, man. All right, and then I showed this play before on his last breakdown, but this one is just, I don't know what the hell Boise State's offensive line was doing. But 91 was destroying all of them, right? But 91 could not, you would think it's over here. Nope. Just. So there's about 8 of the missed tackles right there, Matt, on that one play.
Oh, yep.
All right, here you go. See, he's just getting something here. Because Boise State was getting, I'll tell you, I was just getting their butts kicked. A little mid zone on this one. Looks like, yeah. Boom. Makes a little move. And then he still can't be tackled. I mean, Zero tried his best. He needs all the homies. Everybody's got to go. He still need to go down. So that's just crazy, man. All right, I can show this one. But I just showed a little bit of his receiving skills here, a little bit. You just don't get much of it. I just like this play right here. Let him get outside. And him just breaking some more tackles and throwing this guy to the side. Nope. 41. He's not down yet. And 7. He just he's an angry runner. I like it. He's angry. He runs angry. That's what I really like. Because I still don't understand why he ran that guy over. He said, I have too many touchdowns. I'm gonna run this guy over. All right. I really like this one too. A little check down, because this is what you're gonna get with check downs, right? Check it down to Jeanty. Make that linebacker miss, make that guy miss. It's gonna look even better from this side here.
Made Woodard miss, who's their stud linebacker.
That Woodard right there.
Yeah, 7.
Right there, boom. He got drafted too, didn't he?
He was undrafted. I think he actually got cut already.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, that is Ashton Jeanty. Is basically is just look at how he breaks tackles. Yeah, it's impressive.
And that, like I said, that's the funny thing. Like when people try and like use the Penn State game like against him, it's like I don't know if you actually watched that, but he was getting pressure like literally immediately. And like you said, like Penn State loaded 8-9 guys in the box routinely and said, make someone else beat us. And Boise State just didn't have another answer because their offense was just Ashton Jeanty. But the one thing that did stand out to me, like, and I know it's like, again, probably getting into nitpicky territories, like the fumbles are definitely something he's going to have to clean up. Like he had 9 of them in the last 2 years. And like that's going to be a bit of an issue. Like in this past year, like as his workload increased, he started coughing the ball up a little bit more and like the play, like where he's just kind of fighting for extra yards. Like in the NFL, you're going to have to learn to toe the line of like just knowing when the play is dead and just go down. So that's the one thing that I think that's one of the things that I think like you really want to clean up about his game. And that kind of gives me a little bit of worry because he is prone to coughing up the ball. But
yeah. I was looking at that. 10 fumbles his whole career.
Yeah, and he didn't play much as a freshman. Yeah, he didn't get a ton of carries. So, that's part of it. That's probably the biggest red flag like that he has because he doesn't have many of them. But like the one that you're like, work on that and let's work on that in training camp. But
and guys put in the Raiders uniforms, just like Devontae Adams had drop problems coming out, and he stopped dropping the ball in Green Bay, came right to the Raiders, and started dropping it again. Yeah. And it would just be the ultimate number 6 pick. He has fumbleitis.
Yeah. it would be on brand for the Raiders.
Because I was about to big inferior with Adams. I'm like, he's gonna come to the Raiders. He can't catch it again, and he's gonna be dropping passes all the time. And he did. It just started happening. All right, but yeah, Jeanty. I believe that there's gonna be some games where it's not gonna be that impressive, but it's gonna be impressive.
That's basically the stat sheet's not impressive, but the process, like we were talking about earlier with Malot, where I showed 2 plays where he gained a total of like -2 yards. Yeah. The process is going to be impressive, but the result might not be.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I had something else.
Because basically with him, being the number 6 pick, he's gonna get the ball a lot, and that's why I was talking about the Friday Night Live that he would get over 1,300 yards because he's gonna get the ball 300 times. It's only 4.4 yards per carry. It's not really that crazy, and I think he has the endurance. Kind of. I mean, obviously at Penn State he was slowing down, but he's got to make sure that sometimes it could wear you out too to try to break every single tackle. And I think he has to save himself a little bit. That's what he's got to learn as well.
For sure. Yeah. But by the way, what I was holding on to was I looked up number 91 on Penn State. I don't recognize the name, and I don't know. I don't think he got drafted. Maybe signed as an undrafted free agent, but the name is awesome. It's Devon. DVON.
Yeah.
J-Thomas.
Okay.
But even better, I'm looking at his little bio here. His dad's last name is just Thomas. His like son of Repa and Sean Thomas. But his last name is J-Thomas.
Was he a senior?
Yeah, redshirt senior.
Okay, so but I mean, he was destroying Boise State. I just think 66 sucks. I'm okay. That just tells me 66 is awful. All right. All right. So that's today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, we're gonna keep coming with maybe some undrafted guys. Probably some I don't know who they got undrafted for offense, but I'm pretty sure they got somebody for me we could look at. And then because the people probably want you to look at Josh Joyner. I mean, everybody's
we can do that.
Joyner,
yeah, for sure.
Club. Yeah. So we'll get some undrafted guys here and examine to see if some of these guys can make the football team and deep dive into that, and then do some more Darian Porter probably a little bit too. Yeah, but guys, it's almost summertime, and where we just like we're gonna probably some Brock Bowers. It's coming up, guys. We get some Brock Bowers.
There we go.
Check out Brock Bowers' rookie year here, a deep dive. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, subscribe button, subscribe. We're out of here. Peace.